Hello and welcome to Garage Rock, the podcast. My name is Steve, and standing a steady 1.5 metres away from me is Mr. Cameron Banfield. How's it going, mate? I'll get
Good,
the tape measure
I'm
out.
just getting the tape measure out of the Mrs. Sewing drawer.
Yeah, let me just...
Don't touch it.
Oh,
You're not
sorry.
allowed to touch this
All right, just sort of throw it at me and see if it... Okay, just... Oh, that... Was that about... that's about a metre and a half.
Oh, shit.
What?
It's 1.49.
I'll just shimmy back a little. Welcome to Garage Rock, the podcast, everyone. In case you haven't known, the world's fucked right now. Coronavirus fever has hit the planet, and over the next X amount of minutes, we're going to be divulging into that and its
exciting,
impact into the music industry. It's exciting, but in a fucked up way.
About time something exciting happened in this world.
Yeah, I can't think. When was the last time we had like a major sort of event, like big, like nothing really like this for quite a while.
GFC was a stock market, and that's going down again. Buy up, everyone.
Buy up, everyone. I was having a look at getting some shares at work, actually. I don't know why we're bringing this up. Anyway.
Half price at the moment.
You were going to give me a high five a moment ago.
Yeah.
We're not going to high five.
We're not allowed to.
No, we're not allowed to. We can't. That elbow shit people have been doing. Have you seen the latest version that people are doing, men are doing in particular?
What's that?
Cock bumping.
Oh,
they
really?
stand and they just sort of just like boink. That's just like, you're going to hurt yourself.
Can you imagine this in 4 months' time? There's been an increase in chlamydia.
Coronavirus is down significantly, but VD has risen.
The chlamydia could come from those poor burnt bloody koalas.
Jesus,
people looking after them.
God.
You can't say that.
Can't.
I'm just trying to make everyone remember the bushfires. That's all
Absolutely.
I'm doing.
And hey, you're supposed to be going to New Zealand next week.
I know.
And that's been completely cancelled.
That's been cancelled because they said that the New Zealand Prime Minister.
The Prime Minister?
Prime Minister has said...
Is she 2-ply or 3-ply?
Who gives a shit? But she said if you come into New Zealand, you have to self-isolate for 14 days. So...
Yes.
Our trip's 12 days, so we're done. So we're not going. We're disappointed. We're going to miss the wedding.
Then when you arrive back in Australia,
you got to self-isolate
for another 12.
Damn, maybe we should have done it. Stayed in the airport, been like Tom Hanks. No,
yeah, because everyone wants to be like Tom Hanks right now.
Yeah.
But and so you should head up to Gippsland. You're talking about like all the bushfire regions. Head up to Gippsland and out into the bushfire affected areas, Malakuta.
That'd be good. Just chill out and do a few charcoal drawings or something. I don't know. But anyway, Steve, we do have a bit to talk about today, and we should maybe get into it. Give us the spiel.
Well, according to the rundown, point 1, coronavirus has fucked up everything. Now that pretty much sums everything up.
I just got to say, Steve.
Yeah,
I'm getting, I know it's big news and it's around the world. I'm getting a little bit overhearing COVID-19 and coronavirus. So I've come up with a new name for it that we can say.
God, here we go.
We'll see if it sticks. If it doesn't, that's cool.
All right.
I'm thinking instead of coronavirus, we can call it Cazav.
Cazav. Oh, I've come down with a strong case of Cazav.
Yeah, and let's put a bit of a light spin on it. Oh, Cazav. I know it's very serious.
That's an Australian strain.
It's the Australian strain. Yeah. Oh, you got the old Cazav up ya, eh?
Oh. I hope it's not up ya. But
But I know. Look, I know it's serious. I know we're making a joke of it, but we're trying to make light of the situation
I think
that you've got me facing.
When you're pinned into a situation like this, sometimes you do. You've obviously got to be serious, but sometimes you do have to have a good laugh.
And we'll probably be highly inappropriate.
Exactly.
But you know what? It's all fun and games.
Totally.
Until someone gets offended.
Exactly. And then fuck them. But the memes have been fantastic.
Oh, they've been brilliant,
haven't they?
Brilliant
memes out there. All of the hot potato ones for Peter Dutton getting infected were fantastic. But this is serious. And look, everything... Let's face it, everything is changing from day to day. So everything that we discuss at this time of recording may be completely outdated.
That's
by
it,
the
Steve.
time
I was going
up.
to New Zealand a couple of days ago.
Exactly.
And now that's all changed.
Oh, I was going to download next week, but that's not happening.
I know we had a whole thing planned out for that. We're going to do our
normal
festival special.
Yep.
I was basically going to interview Steve about Download Festival. Now that's not going to happen, so I'm disappointed about that.
Yep, as are our listeners. Now, I should also stress that what we talk about, these are our opinions, and we are not healthcare professionals by any stretch of the imagination. If you have any symptoms...
I'm not a doctor, but I'll have a look.
Well, I'm not a gyno, but I'll give it a crack. If you have any symptoms or concerns, speak to a registered medical practitioner and do not take any advice from social media or music podcasts. Now that that's out of the way, got the little disclaimer done.
Well done.
We need to talk about what's
toilet
been going
paper.
on. Well, don't fucking start me on toilet paper.
I went to the shops today. There's none.
This was on the news earlier before I came here tonight. Coles have said that they sell 7 weeks worth of toilet paper a day.
Ooh, yummy.
That is ridiculous. Everyone has lost the fucking plot.
I don't get it.
No.
I don't get why toilet paper.
Why toilet paper? And then ordinary people who aren't, prepping for like months of isolation are trying to rush to get toilet paper just to be able to have toilet paper.
Well, that's it. Steve, I blame society for this.
Yes, no, society's definitely caused all
That's
of
definitely
this.
the problem. And I blame what we've been taught since we've been born. Whenever there's fear,
Yep.
you need to consume.
Yes.
Because we're a capitalist world,
Yes.
country.
Yes.
And that's the way it is. And
Yeah.
I get that. I don't know if there's any other better way. But when you're scared, people consume. When you're a teenager and you're stressed about exams
Oh, yeah.
and you're stressed about adolescence and everything like that, you start drinking, you start consuming.
Yeah.
It all starts from there as well.
Pretty much.
So everyone's gone, we're all going to die from a global pandemic. Let's go buy fucking toilet paper.
I don't.
Of all things.
Yeah, I don't know why toilet paper. If it was a disease that gave you the shits, possibly there'd be a reason for it. Keep some in the fridge, keep some in next to the bowl, whatever. I totally get it. And this is something that got me really, really pissed off watching the news earlier tonight, and I was like, this is when it took it to a new level for me, a new low, right? There was a blind woman that they were interviewing on the news. Someone stole toilet paper out of her shopping trolley. They stole
really?
toilet paper from a blind woman.
Well, maybe she shouldn't have been shopping while she was drinking.
not quite. Well, her dog,
you mean
she had her dog with her as well.
Blind. She wasn't drunk.
No.
Oh.
No.
Wow.
Let me just put this out there, right? If you were stealing toilet paper from a blind woman, you're a cunt. It's pretty much it. Like, I can't stress that
It really
anymore
shows the true
That
nature.
is ridiculous.
I mean, I've seen enough episodes of The Walking Dead to see what really happened. So this isn't a surprise to me because it's basically, it's fact.
Yeah.
The virus is the original problem, but after a while, the people are the problem.
Yes.
So here's where we're seeing it. So that's why it's exciting, because don't tell me that you have not fascinated about this. If you've seen Independence Day, then you wanted this coming.
I don't know if I wanted this coming, but it's interesting. It is interesting. It's an interesting society.
Human beings have been fascinating about the end of the world for years, and it's finally looking like it's going to happen for at least 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So enjoy it.
Enjoy it. And then
hopefully everyone's healthy and safe.
Exactly. And that's all we can hope for. And look, they reckon it's going to stick around for the next 4 to 6 months, possibly longer. Whoever knows.
Batten down the hatches, boys.
And by the time that this podcast's released, they've probably upped it to another 12 months or something. But we'll see what happens. But we do need to talk about music, and there's been some big casualties in this. Download Festival, gone. Dark
Sad.
Mofo, gone.
Sad.
Vivid Festival, gone.
Happy.
Blues Fest.
No.
Blues Fest just announced today it's gone.
Yeah, that
South by
was Alanis
Southwest.
Morissette.
Yep. Well, she's not coming anymore.
Yeah, Dallas Green.
That's
Damn
it. Yeah, Dallas Green's cancelled his tour. Under the Southern Stars has been postponed until early next year. Fingers crossed. Coachella's been postponed.
Yep.
Till the end of this year, whether that happens or not.
That's freaking huge. I knew this was big as soon as they cancelled the NBA or suspended the NBA.
Yes.
When the NBA is obviously freaking huge worldwide, Steve. And that's when I thought, okay, I'm a little bit scared now.
Yeah.
And then Tom Hanks, the kindest person in Hollywood. Anyone but Tom Hanks.
If the kindest man on earth can't survive COVID-19, I think we're all in big trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
But Rage Against the Machine, their comeback tour, that's been postponed. In Australia, we've got venues over 500 people. You can't get into them anymore.
Nope.
Now, here's an interesting one. New Order were in town.
Yeah, my cousins actually caught their last shot at Sydney Mine Music Bowl on the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's no longer. That's it.
Well, did he tell you like what the size of the crowd was, what it was like there? Because they offered people with tickets the ability to sort of cash out and say, look, I'm not going to go. Yeah. And our former co-host, Alex, had tickets. He and his brother were going to go. And he decided to, take them up on that and not go to the gig. Not because he was worried he was going to get coronavirus, but if it comes out in a couple of weeks' time, someone at the venue had coronavirus, he's got to self-isolate for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's more the inconvenience of that than worrying that he's going to die.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. And on the off chance he did contract the virus, he does have a young child at home, exactly. So it's totally understandable. Absolutely. You've got to think of these things, Steve, and I know it's devastating to the industry.
Oh, of course.
And I know a lot of people... it is affecting not only emotionally but financially.
Oh yeah,
it will bounce back. Like this industry is too good to. It will bounce back bigger and better than ever, and we just got to ride this out.
Exactly,
like you said before, take day by day.
Oh, absolutely. And that's everyone's taking things day by day because everything's changing day by day. We've hit a state of emergency here in Victoria today.
Ooh.
Everyone's listening to the Living End album and just hitting that.
Emergency. But I love that album.
In all seriousness, though, for people who are struggling, especially those in the music industry, they can contact Support Act, which is a charity that helps out musicians who are having issues, whether they be mental, whether they be financial. They can sort of help them get through these crises. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of musicians
who are going through this.
Did it?
I think it did. I just heard a... I can't wait to hear that again. That's great. Sorry, do go on.
I'm glad that you interrupted this really important discussion.
It's all right, mate. It's only Kazavee.
Of course, about Kazavee and its impact on the globe with a... I couldn't even do it with a...
I reckon if Kazavee had a noise, that's what it would sound like. Probably more sounds like...
Oh, yeah.
Steve, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're just describing the death whistle as fucking bubble wrap. Anyway.
Death rattle.
If you're the death rattle, thank you.
The whistle was more like this.
Support Act helpline on 1800 959 500. It's definitely worth getting into because they do great work, and you can also donate to them because there's going to be a lot of people struggling at the moment.
Yeah, that's brilliant. And Steve, not to mention the comedians, theatre,
comedy festivals gone,
comedy festivals finished up. Everything like that. All people, all artists.
One thing that I sort of want to talk about, because people are going, okay, tours are cancelled and all that, what an inconvenience to fans. But obviously, as we've just mentioned, that's a big impact on the artists, especially the smaller artists who, look, you don't make money through album sales anymore.
Nope. It's all touring, Steve.
You've got to tour and you've got to play gigs. Merch. We just did an interview with Eddie Evil from Butterfingers.
What a legend, Steve.
And but talking about him, they've got an upcoming tour in April and, like we said, day by day, but they're expecting that to be cancelled.
It's up in the air.
But
I did tell him about my singing around the shopping centre today, around the supermarket.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, every time. Take a shit. Takes about an hour. There's never any paper, so I have to have a shower. It's so appropriate to now. So I'm so glad that I got to interview him the day that was going around in my head.
And so relevant.
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
Oh, yeah, no. And he was grateful for the question as well.
The world's telling me something.
Yeah.
It's an omen, Steve.
You should shower more often. I think that's what the world's telling you, Ken.
I haven't showered for a few days, so... Yeah. And I did go away camping.
Exactly.
That's awkward.
Well, that's why your feet are black. But this also... The impact on the industry, not just the artists. Think about this, like the touring companies.
Yeah.
They've got to cancel all of their gigs. Frontier Touring have come out and they've pretty much cancelled everything. Same with Chug Entertainment. They've cancelled all the shows. So that's a big hit.
Do they have insurances behind that? And does this kind of thing get covered?
Well, I can imagine insurance, they'd have insurance for, certain things.
I know
all insurance. If, say, a venue burnt down or something like that, but do you have insurance for a pandemic?
That's it. Well, my travel insurance doesn't cover pandemic.
Yeah.
It's the part that people don't pay extra for because it never happens.
Exactly.
And guess what? It's happened.
It's happened. State of emergency. But also think about this. What about merchandisers?
Yeah.
They've printed up all those shirts for tours that aren't going to happen now. What are they going to do with all those shirts? No one's going to buy them.
I know, that's crazy. But what about there's a lot of trades and things like that get their products from China.
Yes.
And I did see...
And viruses.
And viruses. So there's a lot of stuff that's not coming out at the moment. Will that spark up a bit of industrial revolution, manufacturing in Australia? Let's get Holden back. Let's do it. Is it happening?
No, it's not.
You never know your luck.
Not for 6 months of quarantine. They're not going to just go, yeah, fuck it, let's bring Holden back.
Yeah, let's bring the Monaro back.
That's right. We can't import cars anymore, so let's build our own.
That'll
for
build
6
morale.
Months. Oh, God. That would build morale. Definitely would, but it's not going to happen. Yeah. What about roadies?
Roadies, yeah.
Roadies. They're not going to get... I mean, there's no gigs. There's no road to roadie.
Sound guys, lighting,
yes.
Everyone's affected, Steve.
It's absolutely fucked. But there's actually... And I was just showed you, just got an email from one of the promoters that we work with who had set us up for free tickets for download, Secret Service.
Yeah, bloody legends.
Exactly. And they had Falls Festival, which in Lorne had to be cancelled because of the bushfires.
Yep.
And now Download Festival as well has had to be cancelled.
They've been hit hard.
Casa V. They've been hit pretty hard. So, and there's a lot of people, I've been looking online, a lot of trolls, I don't know, but a lot of people just hanging shit on Download Festival for
that
cancelling.
Was your Tinder. There was a lot of trolls.
Well, there were a lot of trolls and there were a lot of people hanging shit. But going back to, like, say, Facebook.
They're the ones that have bulk buy toilet paper, I can tell you.
Oh, well, I mean,
trolls.
If you're going to hang it, you're going to hang it somewhere.
Wow.
I don't even know what I meant by that. But you look at, like, the Facebook events for Download Festival and there are people just going ballistic at, like, fuck you, Download.
Oh, come on.
You know, can't believe you're cancelling on us, blah, blah, blah. It's just a fucking bug, all this kind of stuff. It's like, all right, your main headliner is pulled out, for starters.
Yeah.
Now...
What would you have us do?
Exactly. And then they pulled out at that stage, but even now, it's got worse. You can't get into the country without being quarantined. So the festival would not be able to happen, and you can't gather more than 500 people.
What's your advice for people, you reckon? What would you say to people about this? Like, you know what I'd say, Steve?
What, Cam?
Because I was hoping you'd ask me after I asked you, and now I've completely disregarded your answer.
I know, because
gone straight on to me.
I was thinking of an answer, but go on. Yeah,
I'll let you think. But my answer is save up all your money. Hopefully you're getting money back.
Yeah.
Save it all up, and when it all blows over, not blows over, but when it's all good and everything, it might be next year, when everything starts coming back, go to as many things as humanly possible. I'm talking festivals.
Yes.
Even festivals that you're not even really that into, might be one or two artists. Go to it. Go to the gigs. Go to the local gigs. Go to your local restaurants as well. Go out for dinner before the gig.
Yes.
Get it all going again. That's what
Absolutely.
I reckon.
It's what the world needs. I thought that you were going to say, what would I say to the trolls when you get all that money
you normally
back?
Swipe left.
Sometimes right. I'm a glutton for punishment, Cam.
Which is the good one? I mean, which is the one saying you like them?
Right. Right, because they're right for you.
Oh, so left is...
Pretty much. I thought you were going to say, what would I say to the trolls? Get all that money. I would save it all up and I'd buy a big double-ended dildo and shove it up your ass. Because, in all seriousness... those comments, and like, there are genuine people here the people who've put Download together and Bluesfest and Coachella and all these festivals that have been cancelled and postponed. They are genuine people who are music lovers who've worked their asses off.
A lot of work goes into festivals, Steve. We've seen it firsthand.
Oh, absolutely. And getting towards the crux of it, it's a week away from happening and they've had to pull the pin. They are fucking devastated, these people.
And some people do it for minimal money too. They do it purely for the love of it. Some people don't even get paid at all. Like, there's a lot of volunteers at festivals and things like that.
Shitloads of interns who just want to get experience working behind the scenes. We've met heaps of them who just work behind the scenes at festivals to gain experience.
Such a massive ripple effect, isn't it? Really?
Absolutely. And people are just on there going, oh, fuck you weren't getting enough ticket sales, so you cancelled it. Or, all that kind of shit. It's like... just fucking venomous stuff. And the thing is...
Go back under your bridge, troll.
Exactly. They've got a new film coming out as well. I can't believe it. They're going on their own world tour.
Really?
Trolls.
Trolls?
There's a new Trolls film.
Oh my God, it's Trollstus. That's what I called my birthday for a few years.
What?
Trollstus.
Why?
From the movie. You've obviously never seen it.
No, I haven't.
No, you don't sit down and watch kids' movies on your own, Steve.
I have nieces and nephews who I catch bits of films. I'll walk past when Let It Go's on or something like that. And
my birthday, since Trolls come out a few years ago, I said I don't want my birthday to be my birthday, and I want it to be Trollstus.
Trollstus.
So in the morning I wake up and there's trolls all over the house.
What?
Trollstus is when the Bergens get to eat the trolls, and it's like Christmas.
I've got no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah.
I've not seen the Trollstus.
You know what? It's got nothing to do with the music podcast.
Exactly. In all seriousness, yeah.
It's pretty funny though. There's this one character named Lady Glitters Sparkles. Seriously. Yeah. Anyway, go on. Continue.
But yeah, pretty much just wrapping up my point. There are serious people who are doing it tough. Like, there are a lot of promoters. Like, I was supposed to have an interview the other night with a band from Wales called Venom Prison.
Yep,
for Download
and their own show.
And in their own show in Brisbane. And that's all been cancelled. And their promoters, I've been just chatting with him, and he had several bands who were coming out for Download.
Yep.
And all these balls are up in the air, just trying to juggle everything. And it's tough for people out there, and people just get on Facebook and just go, fuck you, the lineup sucked anyway, or something like that. It's just so disrespectful.
It is, isn't it? Well, hopefully people can come on here and have a bit of a laugh at our stupid comments that mean nothing. I'm not backpedaling here, Steve.
No.
I'm not backpedaling at all, but I don't mean any offence to anyone if they are offended. Now, Steve.
Yes.
Should we move on to some good news?
Yes, let's do it.
You know, I was saying you should go out.
Yes.
Buy tickets.
Fuck yeah.
Festivals, tours, whatever, local comedians, bloody anything. Go out there when this is all finished and go and see the Killers.
Yeah.
It's just so funny that it's the Killers.
Why is it so funny that it's the Killers?
It's the virus.
Oh, because everyone's dying.
Yeah, Cazavi's killing people.
And
it's the Killers.
Yeah.
Anyway, Las Vegas Rockers, the Killers have announced an Australian tour this November when everything's done and dusted, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
It's all going to be a blip in the radar.
What the hell's Cazavi, Cam?
Exactly. No one fucking knows. Apart from you and me at the moment. They're touring their 6th studio album, Imploding the Mirage, which will be released later this year. Now, the tour dates are Wednesday, November 11th at Brisbane Entertainment Centre, Saturday, November 14th at Kudos Bank Arena in Sydney. Wednesday, November 18th at RAC Arena in Perth, Steve.
Yeah, I got it.
Saturday, 21st of November at Amy Park in Melbourne, which is where I saw Queen. Great place to see a gig, good sound.
Yes.
Go see the motherfucking Killers.
Yeah.
Because they put on a killer show. Tickets are on sale Monday, March 23rd and available from frontiertouring.com. I've seen these guys play live at the Big Day Out, Stephen.
So have I, yeah.
We went there together, didn't we? That was at the Optus Oval. That was that one, wasn't it?
I saw them a few years later when Muse was the headline.
Yep.
The Optus Oval one, I chose not to see the Killers because I'd never seen Something for Kate before, so I went to see them instead.
Oh snap! They're a great live band, and you saw them at the grand final
on
when
the
was
TV
that, 2 years ago.
Yeah, they did Midnight Oil's Forgotten Years.
Yeah,
remember when we had AFL grand finals in this town?
Yeah,
remember the AFL, Cam? Remember football?
Yeah.
Oh God.
All this kerfuffle, seriously, it just makes me feel a bit sick, but we'll try and make light of the shit show that you got me faced.
If you're sick, stand at least 1.5 metres away from me. Yeah. Now, another band that we've both seen together, actually, while supporting Muse, there we go again, Biffy Clyro.
Yes, the Glazzers.
Yeah, Glasgow trio Biffy Clyro have announced 3 shows in Australia in January 2021 in support of their upcoming 8th studio album, 8 Cam. That's a shitload of albums. Yeah. 8. A celebration of endings, which will be released on May 15. Now, we've seen Biffy Clyro a few times, actually, and yeah, we saw them opening for Muse, and they were awesome.
And they're intense live. They are just full on and really, really tight.
They are. They do take their sound to a next level in a live sense. Like, you listen to their songs, on an album or on the radio or something, it's just like, oh yeah, this is cool. In live, they kick it up a gear, which is awesome for a live band. They're playing at the Tivoli Theatre in Brisbane on January 14, the Enmore Theatre in Sydney on January 15, and the Forum Theatre in Melbourne on January 16. Tickets go on sale Friday, March 20, and further information is available at biffyclyro.com.
Steve, I remember seeing them play at Soundwave, and they opened with "Living Is a Problem Because Everything Dies."
How fitting.
That is very fitting. But to play, if you've never heard that song, go check it out. It's from their album Puzzle in 2007.
Yep.
And it's just a brilliant start, and that would be so hard to play live and to keep in time. So check it out. "Living Is a Problem Because Everything Dies." Such a great song.
Yep.
Gets me in the mood, man.
From
and it is so fitting.
Casa V.
Yeah.
Now, normally we do have our question of the week, and I'm gonna wear this one, Cam. I kind of fucked this one up because
Why?
I changed the question at the last minute, and it was a half-baked question, and it was a bit too difficult for people to get, I think. And it wasn't really put out there because there's been so much shit going on, so there is no question of the week. That's it. Everything's getting cancelled. It's it. It's just how it is. I'm sorry, but we do have a new question for next week, and just like that song, it is fitting. Here is a question for you. And this is a genuine... I'm just genuinely intrigued about this in general.
Oh, totally.
Would you avoid going to live gigs because of coronavirus?
Casa V.
Or Casa V.
Let's change it to Casa V on the site.
Well, let's call it coronavirus so people know what we're talking about. But in all seriousness, like I've got a gig coming up in a couple of weeks' time. It's at a venue that holds 200 people, so it can still go ahead if they choose to continue and have the show.
Are you going to choose to go?
If
there's a choice, would you go?
I reckon I will. I reckon I will go because I want to. But if it's an artist I was sort of middling about, it's the loser gig that I was talking about and I want to go to.
I mean, you lined up for ages to see them and Violent Soho and didn't get tickets, so this is your next best thing.
Exactly.
So you've been dying to see them.
Yeah, and I might die after seeing them because I've contracted.
Hey, it'd be worth it and a good story to tell.
Exactly. Everyone will gather around at my funeral. Remember how Steve wanted to... and he died.
As long as there's not more than 500 people at your funeral.
True.
Otherwise, it might be cancelled.
That won't be a threat. But
maybe we can Skype your funeral.
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be great.
That'd be great.
We're going to live Facebook it.
Oh, yeah, just put it wouldn't be the first funeral on Facebook Live, surely.
Oh, fuck, I don't know.
No. See, I want to be cremated. I want to be cremated. But I heard this awesome idea about like...
Which is convenient because you're a redhead. They'll just put you out in the sun.
Probably. I'll burn quickly as well because I'm quite pale. So to save time. Anyway,
pale's in comparison to a cremation.
But fucking hell.
Butt fuck in hell. Is that what you're going to do?
To the trolls, yes.
Oh.
Anyway, people saying about getting cremated and then having your ashes put in a firework and then send the firework off and then it explodes. And that's going out with a bang.
Oh, that's cool.
Have you heard about that?
I've only heard of people snorting people's ashes.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of it in a firework.
Keith Richards snorted his dad's ashes.
Was it him, was it?
Yeah, of course it was Keith Richards. Of course
it was Keith Richards.
Jesus. You got a fucking splinter up there. But, anyway, I don't know why we're on talking about my funeral. I haven't contracted anything.
As long as you wash your hands because they might smell a bit pooey, but...
Jesus Christ. What is this show back? We've just completely gone down.
You know what? We should just have a shower after doing a poo anyway without using toilet paper because if you get a bit of poo on your finger when you wipe your bum, do you just wipe it with toilet paper or do you wash your hands? You go wash your hands, don't you?
Yes, but I don't also eat meals with my ass. Come on.
Well, I suppose if you're in a rush and you're cooking dinner.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Actually, I was at work the other day and there's a few Irish people and there's also this one Asian girl who sits with them and they often go to lunch together and everything. And they all went off to lunch. And when they've come back, the cleaners have cleaned just the Asian girl's desk, like wiped it down and disinfected her desk like nothing else.
God, is that racist?
I think that's kind of racist.
That's kind of racist.
Yeah, I'm going to but
but not the Irish people.
No, not the Irish. No. Didn't wipe down theirs.
They're fine. They're green. They got the green light.
Exactly.
They're good.
They're fine. But the Asian person better wipe down her desk. So just saying.
That's fucked.
People are getting a bit crazy out there. But Cam,
Yes.
Putting all that shit aside.
All that shit aside. It's going aside.
You're going to be stuck in home for the next 14 days. You may as well listen to some new music, Cam.
New music time, yeah.
It is new music time, and you've got the first one.
I certainly do, Steve. And first up, we have We Are Home by Sunday Sundown. Now, Steve.
Yep.
Obviously, tensions are running high.
Yes.
Emotions are running hot.
Oh, yeah.
Emotions are running hot. You need to chill out. And this is the best freaking song for it. Let me tell you, Steve, Perth indie rock group Sunday Sundown have released their latest track, We Are Home, which is the title track of their upcoming debut EP. Now, the band is called Sunday Sundown, like I said, and the track definitely gives you a Sunday chill out, Sunday session vibe, which you know how much I love that shit, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's perfect for going outside and smoking a...
Yeah, go and read it, Cam.
It's perfect for...
I fucked with the rundown because you never read it.
I did read it.
Yeah, you didn't pick this up.
I did. I just forgot about it. It's perfect for smoking a pole out on my deck. Now, Steve, I don't condone drugs, but America, apparently their weed sales have gone up, did you say?
Oh, absolutely. They've gone through the fucking roof. Because everyone's on high anxiety.
Just chill out,
everyone's
man.
just and 34% of Americans think that Corona beer causes coronavirus.
Lord,
Come on.
Lord help them.
Jesus. Oh.
And they're very religious over there as well in America.
Absolutely.
A lot of the parts. So where's their Lord and Saviour now? But Sunday Sundown will be playing their EP launch show at the Indian Ocean Hotel this Friday, March 20. Don't know if it's going to go ahead, but...
Hey, let's head there and see if it does anyway.
Exactly. So here's We Are Home by Sunday Sundown.
I never thought I would be this way, and I never saw us being great. So take my hand, we can dance on the J-Shape. We can make amends and dance until the day ends.
That was We Are Home by Sunday Sundown. Very nice there, Cam.
I'm chilled out, bro.
Yeah. Our next track is Horoscope Girl by Glenn Watson. Newcastle singer-songwriter Glenn Watson has released his pop rock song Horoscope Girl, which is taken from his debut EP, How's the Weather Out? Now, Glenn just played a show in Newcastle supporting Aussie rock group Things of Stone and Wood, who I had a chat with a few months ago.
Yeah, legends.
Yeah, no more Melbourne cliches. This is a good lyrical song, and it has a kind of REM feel to it with a kind of jangly guitar as well, and a bit of an Australian feel to it as well.
Yep.
So let's check it out now. This is Horoscope Girl by Glenn Watson.
Time we rented some so brief, but I've waited for this moment for as long as I can recall. Heaven help me as the stars begin to fall. I'm still searching for the answers, but I've heard them all before. I've heard them all before.
That was Horoscope Girl by Glenn Watson. Great song there, Steve. Fucking rocking out. It's what we do here at GarageRock.com, podcast.com.
There's no .com.
There's no .com. We don't have a .com, do we?
We don't have a .com.
We should get one. Nah.
Really?
.coms are gone now, aren't they? But up next, Steve, we've got Get Over It by Social Animals. They're a Minnesota band. Social Animals have just released their latest single, Get Over It.
Oh, yeah.
Which will be available now through Rise Records. And I'm getting a bit of a rise listening to it now. Steve, this song's a real catchy indie rock track, about a breakup, kind of like New Order and upbeat version of The Cure, sort of, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I get it.
The band are currently on a 3-week UK and European tour supporting Ash.
Oh.
Hopefully they're not playing in Italy, but hopefully all the tour's going ahead.
Have you heard about Italy, actually? Pornhub. Have you heard about that?
No.
Pornhub.
Is Pornhub Italian?
No, Pornhub isn't Italian, but Pornhub, it's Canadian, I believe. Anyway, Pornhub.
Who's the founder, Steve?
It's Mr. Hub. Now, apparently, if you're from Italy, you get free premium access because you're stuck at home.
Really?
What else are you going to do?
Stuck at home?
Watch porn.
Take a few layers off it. Good on you. Good on you.
So, yeah, free porn to the Italians.
Until people get over it.
Yeah, good way to segue back into what we're supposed to be talking about.
How about we hear Get Over It by Social Animals?
Yeah, we got locked outside, 'cause I brought the bad key. And you said it was gonna rain, you could feel it in your bad knee. And I still have the pills from when you broke your leg. But you don't live here anymore, so I don't even have to beg. I can get underground, get lost, get found, get over it. Get underground, get lost, get found, get over it. Get underground, get lost, get found, get over it. Get underground, get lost, get found, get over it.
That was Get Over It by Social Animals. Our next track, Cam, is by Wollongong rock trio Totty. They've announced their forthcoming EP called Garden will be released on May 8th through Ratbag Records.
Hello, Totty.
And featuring the new single Fairies. That was a fantastic face that you pulled while you did that, by the way.
It's good. We're getting more animated.
Exactly.
Glad everyone can see it.
Exactly. Now, we saw Toddy supporting Slowly back in 2018.
Brill.
And they got the crowd going for like a support act, which is pretty cool. They've also supported the likes of Skeggs and Hockey Dad. Plus, they just wrapped up their tour with Dune Rats, Ruby Fields and Dear Seattle. Now, Fairies is something that I would describe as dreamy grunge. It's got that grunge feel to it, but it's also got a softer side to it too. Toddy will be playing shows.
You made that up. That's brilliant.
Yeah, your dreamy grunge.
That's freaking brilliant.
Well, I don't know.
Write that down.
Okay, will do. Toddy will be playing shows in Sydney, Wollongong, Brisbane, Melbourne and Adelaide this May and June, possibly. So right now, let's hear Fairies by Totty.
Now that I feel like we are all grown, I go back to the place, still feels like home. Memories of something all fade into nothing, but I've still got my friends left in the pretend. They're all smoking something that fucks with my brain. I wish I could join in, but I can't relate. Everyone's waiting to see what you'll do. Close your eyes, you'll see them. Fairies, 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 fairies.
That was Fairies by Toddy. Up next, we have Head Rush by Hands Like Houses. Now, these guys are Canberra rockers, and Canberra know how to motherfucking rock, Steve. I can tell you that right now.
Dark.
They've released their new single, Head Rush, with the promise of more music to follow. Now, that sounds like a promise that they can follow up with. Unfortunately, these guys were planning on playing Download Festival
Yes.
later this week, but obviously that's not happening, Steve. But they will still be able to play their UK and Europe tour in May and June with Swedish band Normandy.
Yep.
Normandy.
Yes.
One of my first band's name was Norman.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Oh.
write that down amongst the things that no one gives a fuck about. Now, I really like their previous album, Annan, and what?
No, nothing.
True.
Please continue.
That's true. Now, I think this next track has a really, a real rock feel, Steve, and a real catchy chorus, which I could see myself singing back at them at some point in our lives. Let's listen to Head Rush by Hands Like Houses.
Was Head Rush by Hands Like Houses. Up next, we've got South Australian alt-rockers Admella. They've released their Tragic EP featuring the track 13 Years. Now, these guys have supported the likes of North Lane, Ocean Grove and Dead Letter Circus. Now, there's some decent support acts there, Cam.
Fuck yeah.
Absolutely. This track has a fair bit of variety in it. The song starts out with just piano and vocals and then has a bit of a pop-punk feel before getting a bit heavier as it continues. I get a kind of like My Chemical Romance feel from it, a bit musically. That's just me. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just, disappointed they're not coming for download. But
well, you do like your My Chem.
I do like a bit of My Chem. But right now, Cam, this is 13 Years by Admella.
Steve, that was 13 Years by Admella. If you don't have any, add some Mella into your life. Now,
Jesus Christ.
Follow
that. No, I'm going to say that's a new low.
Yeah.
That will.
It is. It is. But up next, Steve, we have Follow the Leader by Ragdoll. Ragdoll reminds me when me and my cousins used to go to the surf beach.
Yep.
You know when you get dumped by a wave?
Yes.
You flipped around like a ragdoll. We used to always get up out of the wave and go, Ragdoll.
Well, I thought you were going to talk about like the Ragdolls. What was that show with the Ragdolls?
Raggy Doll, mate.
Raggy Dolls.
Raggy Doll, you.
Come in.
No, that was Molly Grubs. What was the
With-
Raggy Dolls one?
The Raggy Dolls. Raggy Dolls.
Yeah,
Raggy
Raggy
Dolls.
So for you and me.
There we go. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, we've had too much wine.
Not enough.
There.
They're a Perth-based rock band, Steve.
Yes.
Ragdoll, and they've released their latest single, Follow the Leader.
Yes.
Not to be confused with Corn
No.
on a cob, which you can't get from the supermarkets, but that's another
Can't get fucking
story.
anything from the supermarkets.
Taken from their upcoming album due for release later this year. Hopefully, if we're still all alive.
Yes.
Now, this song transcends different eras, Steve. I mean, it's got a lot of 90s grunge feel, but it also has a bit of that 80s rock sound as well, especially with the vocals and guitar.
Yep.
So let's check out Follow the Leader by Ragdoll.
Hold me up like a parable. Hang me up and bleed me dry. This rotten core, I feel expanded in my chest. It's too late to talk it over. Another stitch in time. There's a fool
That was Follow the Leader by Ragdoll, and our last song for tonight is by Brisbane prog rock group Caligula's Horse. They've announced their 5th studio album, Rise Radiant, which will be released on May 22nd, featuring their latest single, The Tempest. Now, according to the band, Rise Radiant is an uncompromising exploration of the human experience, dressed in vivid musical colour and virtuosic performances.
Good work.
Thank
you.
you.
Said a big word.
I did. There's a lot of power in the sound, as well as being a really well-layered track. Caligula's Horse will embark on their first American headline tour in May, which is pretty cool, and they're planning on announcing more world tour dates in the future. But right now, let's check out The Tempest by Caligula's Horse.
You got your way like lullabies. Is that the life that you hope for? The closing fist and the butterfly tell me that's the way that you want it. And would you settle for a piece of love, a broken back to deliver? When you carry a heart of gold and sell a soul down the river. Oh, there's no safe for the strength to stand, for the rise of the righteous man. Time be the witness, the riot, the rain, there's no saints who live on thunder and steel, the frailty, there's no saints. We are the rising cascade, the rolling wave, there's no saints to save.
That was Tempest by Caligula's Horse. And Steve, that also ends our new music segment for this episode.
Can't believe it. 8 tracks this week.
8 tracks. We wanted to give a bit out there. you know.
Exactly. Yeah, everyone's hurting.
Everyone's hurting. Everyone's got a bit of time. So
Yes.
take a bit of time to check out the rest of the songs from these bands.
Exactly.
Whole back catalogues.
You know what? People can go back and listen to all of the episodes of Garage Rock and listen to the new music from then, which will be kind of post-dated music by them.
But
Some
that's
of them
fine.
are
You'll
a
still
bit old.
figure out some new stuff. But
Exactly.
you know what? Everyone is so time poor these days, but not now.
No,
There's no excuses now.
exactly.
Yeah, don't worry about your garden. Don't worry about harvesting what you need to eat for winter.
Exactly. So anyway, we've got a big show coming up in a couple of weeks' time, presumably.
It was going to be the download special,
But
not happening.
Not happening. So it'll just be a regular episode. So won't that be fun? But in the meantime, hit us up on our socials. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter. We don't know how to use it properly. We still should figure out how to use it
Can
properly.
I come?
Yeah,
In
sure.
your ass? Oh, yes.
Cam.
That's disgusting.
It is. We've also got our email address, Cam.
Yeah, it's Garage Rock Podcast at gmail.com. And I'm not going to give you the password, but I know it.
I'm glad you do, actually.
Glad.
I'm glad you do. I think we've hit that mark where it's
Yeah.
time to say good night.
It's time to sign out and get Steve home to bed so he can wake up with a hangover after 2 glasses
Piss
of
off.
wine. Oh, sorry.
2 glasses
sorry,
of wine.
1.5. Sorry.
And a glass of water. Anyway, that's it. I've got nothing more to add. May all your Christmases be merry and bright. I've been Steve.
I've been Cam, and I'm looking forward to watching Frozen 2, which Steve's going to legally download for me and drop off on a USB and
I
sprayed
told you
with
don't-
Glen
no, I don't-
20. It's going to be legally downloaded.
Legally downloaded.
Ah, bloody beautiful. All right. Well, I've been Stephen.
No,
I've been Stephen, and you've been
no,
Cameron.
I've been-
I've read your line.
I've been Cam.
And you've been Steve.
Exactly. Goodbye, everyone.
We're going. Bye.